It was almost Christmas on the mainland. Sometimes the railways on the mainland import engines just to show that theirs are the best. One day, Kenji was on the mainland, ready to be tested to see which engine was better, him or a mainland diesel. There was hustle and bustle. People were all over the place. All right, we have this Shinkansen from Japan to see if our engine is better. I hear you're very fast, Shinkansen. My name is Kenji, and I do not feel very Christmassy at all. I really wish this wasn't how I spent the holiday. Meanwhile on Sodor, peep peep. All right, here we go. Rightio. It's the Fat Controller's Christmas party. It's the Fat Controller's Christmas party. It's the Fat Controller's Christmas party. Get. Getting our jobs done. All on time, so that we can relax at the Fat Controller's Christmas party. Shunting the trucks around all day long, going really fast and slow sometimes, going really fast and slow sometimes. We're so excited, shunting trucks hauling freight. We're so excited, shunting trucks hauling freight. We're so exciting, shunting trucks hauling freight. We're excited for the Fat Controller's Christmas party. Washing my paintwork, making it shine, so that I can show it off at the Fat Controller's Christmas party. Puffing here, puffing there, puffing along, singing the song, so that I can sing and dance at the Fat Controller's Christmas party. I can't dance, darn it. Passengers here, passengers there, passengers going everywhere. Rebecca and I are rushed off our wheels, but we won't be at the Fat Controller's Christmas party. 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 After he burst into song, Gordon puffed into Vicarstown Station. Hello, Emily. Hello, Stanley. His passengers were getting off the train when, beep, beep, it was Thomas the Tank Engine. Hello, everyone, said Thomas. Sir Topham Hatt has a special for me. And here I am, said a well-known voice. It was Sir Topham Hatt. Hello, sir, what's my special? Said Thomas. Hello, sir, what's my special? Your special is to take Annie and Clarabel to the mainland, collecting food for those who can't afford it, along the mainland on a special excursion. Wow, sir, that sounds like an amazing job. That's amazing, said Stanley. Indeed, said Gordon. You'll help so many people have a Merry Christmas after all, Thomas, said Emma. You'll help so many people have a Merry Christmas after all, Thomas, said Emily. Oh, said Thomas. Also, will I be back in time for your Christmas party? Of course, said Sir Topham Hatt. And who will be looking after my branch line? Said Thomas. And who will be looking after my branch line? Duck! Oh, said Thomas. Him. Thomas was not in a good mood. He didn't like that Duck was looking after his branch line. As he puffed along, he saw Duck. He was just about to leave for the mainland when Duck arrived on his branch line. Hello, Duck. Hello, Duck, said Annie. Hello, Annie and Clarabel and Thomas. I'm going to be looking after your branch line, Thomas. Oh, well, I'm sure you'll do fine, but you won't be as good as me. You're right, Thomas. I'll be better. Thomas puffed away in a huff, and, well, I'm not. I'll be on the mainland soon, and I won't have to deal with him, said Thomas as he puffed away in a huff. Thomas puffed over the Vicarstown Bridge and was on the mainland. Where's my next station? Said Thomas. Your next station will come over here soon, Thomas, said his driver. Just be patient. Right. I don't like being patient, said Thomas. Oh, don't be fussy. You certainly are a cheeky, fussy little engine. Yes, I am, and proud of it, said Thomas. He puffed along. He puffed over bridges, through tunnels, and past fields before he arrived at the first station on a special excursion train. He was surprised at how many people turned up to see him. It's Thomas! They shouted. Wow, said Thomas. A lot of people have brought food donations for me. That's lovely. Soon lots of people will have food for Christmas. Thomas was so surprised. He was so happy that so many people had came and brought food donations. All to see him. They've all come to see me, he thought to himself. Well, I am the most popular character in the railway series. As it should be, he thought to himself. The people were very happy to see Thomas. Some took pictures of him, some asked to go in his cab, and they all brought food donations, and his driver and fireman piled the food into Annie and Clarabel. Soon it was time for Thomas to leave. He had seen everything. Oh, come along, we're full of food. Oh, come along, we're full of food, he said. We're coming along, said Annie. We're coming along, said Clarabel. He puffed into the next station. And even at that station, there were lots of people with lots of food donations for Thomas's Christmas train. At every station he visited, there were lots of people with lots of food donations for Thomas's Christmas train. He visited a few more stations, and there were still lots of people. He was very happy indeed. Meanwhile on Sodor, Duck was determined to be better than Thomas. I'm bored, said the truck. Me too, said the second one. Me three, said the third. Well, bored or not, we better work, and you can't be bored if you're being really useful, said Duck. But the trucks were bored all the same. Duck puffed into a station. You're right on time, just like Thomas, said the station master. Just like Thomas, eh? Said Duck. Maybe Thomas is really useful, thought Duck to himself. Duck continued on his way, picking up and setting down freight at every station along the line. But the trucks were still bored. We're bored, they said. Come on, let's go, said Duck. Duck whistled hello to a fire truck. Let's go, said Duck. Duck puffed along, picking up and setting down freight at each station along the line. Then they came to a hill. Hey, we can cause a crash, we can push him down the hill and cause a crash. Then it'll be lots of fun. We won't be bored if we cause a crash. What are you whispering out back there? Said Duck as he reached the top of the hill. Now! On and on! On and on! On and on! On and on! Faster! Faster! Said the trucks. Oh no! Duck was away. On and on! On and on! Said the trucks. We're bored! We're bored! Hold them, boy, hold them, said Duck's driver. I'm trying, said Duck. Duck tried to put on his brakes, but they were useless against bored, psychotic, surging trucks. Duck raced along. Oh no, said Duck. On and on, said the trucks. Oh dear. Then there was trouble. Duck saw Toby. Toby was coming up the line with Henrietta and some quarry workers. Toby, look out! Oh no! Use your brakes, Duck! Use your brakes! I'm trying, said Duck. They raced along. Duck tried to use his brakes. And he stopped. He tried and tried. And he stopped them just in time. Phew, said Toby. Phew, said Duck. We could have had a crash. Well done, Duck, said Toby. Thank you, said Duck. You trucks were very bad. Bad, 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 said Duck. And he bumped them. They deserve that. Yes, they did, said Toby. Percy came up the line. Excuse me, I'm supposed to be on this line now. Well, I guess we were talking for a while, said Toby. We've been here a long time, yep, said Duck. Duck's a hero, Percy, said Toby. He stopped the trucks from crashing into me. We could have had a crash. Well done, Duck. Yes, well done, Duck. But, Duck, why was Toby on this line? I don't know, said Toby. Soon, Duck was puffing along again, very happy. He delivered the truck without any more trouble, and he was very happy indeed. Thomas was puffing along. Meanwhile, on the mainland, Thomas was puffing along. He puffed into a station. All right, let's go. The people were there. The people were there. Hooray! They said, it's Thomas! Oh yes, it's me, said Thomas to himself. They got lots of food donations, took pictures with him, and soon Thomas was off to his next station. As he puffed along, he was diverted into a siding. Pooh, said Thomas. Why am I in a siding? I'm a Christmas train, said Thomas. Sorry, Thomas, said his driver. We're being shunted to allow another train to pass. When the train arrived, Thomas was surprised. Oh, yes, said Diesel. Then Diesel started to sing. Oh, yes, I'm the Christmas surprise. I got the right of way, don't give me any hay, I'm just here to say that diesels are the future. Diesels are the future. Diesels are the future. Diesels are the future. And in the new sunrise, the new sunrise, dieselization, modernization. Lots of work for hip, cool diesels. Lots of work for hip, cool diesels. No work for clapped out steamies. I'm the Christmas surprise. And he rolled along. Thomas was fuming. Oh, trust Diesel to ruin trust Diesel to ruin a moment. Trust Diesel to ruin a moment, said Thomas crossly. But then there was trouble up the line. Diesel was rolling along with his goods train when he broke down. Oh, bother, said Diesel. Thomas was stuck behind Diesel. Oh, move out of my way, you great clumsy Diesel. Oh, I've broken down. You'll have to push me in my train, I suppose. Then Thomas started to sing. I'm the Christmas surprise. I'm puffing along. I'm singing this song. I'm taking the strain. I'm pushing this train. And in the new sunrise, steam will still be at work on Sodor. Steam will still be at work on Sodor. Steam will still be at work on Sodor. And when a diesel fails, leaking oil into pails, a steam engine will rescue him and his train, son. Soon Thomas arrived at Diesel's final destination. Diesel was uncoupled, and Thomas puffed along and continued on his special Christmas excursion train. Meanwhile, Kenji was very sad. He was sad because he missed his friends. Oh. And he was sad because it was Christmas and he was surrounded by people who just cared about money. Meanwhile, Thomas was puffing along with his Christmas train. Oh, come along, we're right on time. Oh, come along, we're right on time, said Thomas. We're coming along, we're coming along, we're coming along, we're coming along, said Annie and Clarabel. Then Thomas was diverted into the yard where Kenji was. Oh, what's the matter now? Said Thomas. Sorry, Thomas, said his driver. Diesel's due here. We're not the fastest train, you know, so we have to wait for diesels to pass. Soon a diesel with a goods train arrived on the main line. Thomas saw Kenji. Hello, I've never seen an engine like you before. I am a Shinkansen, said Kenji. Oh, a Shinkansen, said Thomas. What are you doing? Oh, it is Christmas and I am being tested to see who is better, me or a British diesel. What are you doing? Oh, I'm pulling a Christmas excursion train, said Thomas proudly. I am taking my two coaches, Annie and Clarabel. Naturally, said Annie. As I was saying, I'm taking my two coaches, Annie and Clarabel, to collect food donations for those who can't afford it. Whoa, said Kenji. That is amazing. Whoa, that is amazing. I know, said Thomas. Just the type of job for an important engine like me. Hearing Thomas's job made Kenji feel a bit better. Maybe not all people maybe not all people just care about money, Kenji wondered. Maybe not all people care about money, Kenji wondered. The diesel soon left. Gotta go. I have one more station to do, said Thomas. Peep, peep, he whistled. Good luck, said Kenji. Thank you, said Thomas. And he was off. Thomas arrived at his final station. Right, Thomas, now we need to go back to Sodor. I believe Sir Topham Hatt is having his Christmas party, said his driver. Hooray, said Thomas, and he was off. Thomas puffed along. He had just crossed the Vicarstown Bridge and was looking forward to Sir Topham Hatt's Christmas party. He puffed into a storm of cheers. There he is, said Sir Topham Hatt. Our guest of honor, Thomas the Tank Engine. Hooray, said Duck. Hooray, said James. Hooray, said Edward. Hooray, said Philip. Hooray, said Rebecca. Hooray, said Gordon. Hooray, said Henry. Hooray, said everyone. Thomas puffed in. I'm glad I was able to make it for this awesome Christmas party, he said. Thomas, look at all that food you gathered, said Percy. Yes, I did, said Thomas. Hooray, said Percy. Indeed, said Thomas. Thomas, said Toby. Duck was really useful running your branch line. Oh, said Thomas. Yeah, said Toby. He stopped a runaway train and saved me from being crashed into by it. Oh, well, said Thomas. I guess you're really useful after all, Duck. Not as really useful as me, he added, but still really useful. Oh, and you're really useful too, Thomas, said Duck. When you're not chasing buses and doing other crazy things. Merry Christmas, Duck. Merry Christmas, Thomas. And then the friends all enjoyed the Christmas party. They sang carols, sang songs that weren't carols, and talked to the night away. Sometimes Christmas is best spent with friends. Christmas is also best spent giving to those who need it, and just giving in general. Christmas is a magical time. And Thomas was a really useful engine. And that's the end.